Hello, dear Leo, and welcome to your love reading for July of 2026 as we are coming up to celebrate your birthday. I mean, you do celebrate towards that second part of the month of July, but what is really significant here is that Jupiter will be entering your sign. So we're doing the relationship spread, and this is a Patreon reading released to the public later on in the month. So I'm wishing you well, dear Leo. You deserve to be happy, and there will be a lot of optimism and opportunities for significant relationships. This doesn't happen very often. Once every 12 years, Jupiter will transit through your sign. So good luck. Let's see what your karma dharma is, Leo. Oh my goodness, Cancer got the same card. Resurrection. So some of you could be, well, this is a Scorpio card, but some of you may have also placements in Cancer. So that's probably why. Or you've got second chances. This is a resurrection. Could be that you're given an opportunity. You need to heed the call. Because resurrect means breathing life into your love life. Okay, but that's going to happen through crisis, because it is a card of crisis. Now we're doing a relationship spread like we did last month, I think, if I remember right. Remember, it's a general reading, so if you're interested in the personal, then reach out. For Leo, dear Spirit, what is coming through for Leo? What's going on in the past, in the now, in the future, and what does each person bring to the relationship? How do they feel? Let's see what's going on in the now. Leo, the High Priestess. We're not reading reversals, but if someone was holding back, they're going to release. They're going to open up their heart. Someone who maybe was quite stingy. But this could also mean that you need to trust your intuition. Something is becoming more stable, more secure. And we've got the Hanging Man. Someone's seen the light, or there's some sort of a release, some sort of a sacrifice, some sort of a rounding off. Now, these readings are being done before the full moon in Capricorn, which is on the 29th, 30th of the month of June. So it's not an easy full moon, but it could be a lunation of stability. Capricorn is something stable, long-term, and serious. Where are you coming from? What was going on in the past? The Judgment card again. Scorpio comes through very strongly. We've got Pisces as well, very strongly here. We've got the Knight of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Sometimes I get Sagittarius. And then we've got the Three of Swords. Either third parties or disappointment. A moment of crisis. There were choices. Someone, maybe this relationship, the offer on the table, Knight of Cups, uncertain. And this sort of brought a possible breakup or an ending. Third parties could be very significant with the Three of Swords. Let's see what the possible outcome brings. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. Oh my God. And the Four of Wands. Oh my God. Leo, what is this? Wow. Remember, tens turn into aces. Where are you moving to? 1111. Opportunity beckons to stabilize something, to go into something much more stable, long-term happiness. You're releasing, many of you are releasing a major life cycle from the past that was burdensome. Could have been another marriage, could have been another family that you had. I don't know if it's you or if it's your person. Let's look at you and what you brought to the table, how you felt. Page of Pentacles. So you started off small, curious. Let's see where this takes us. the sun came through, which brought a lot of happiness. Leo, you are in your element. The sun can speak to, the Page of Pentacles is, it's sort of start go. I'm planning for the future. This could be something long term, or this is starting off small, I don't know. But then the sun says that there's clarity, there's happiness, possible reconciliation. Maybe there were downfalls. And the Ace of Cups, you fell in love. You fell in love. You wanted this opportunity. Let's see how your person felt. Oh, wow, Leo. Leo, wow. Ace of Pentacles. What else? The Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. And the Six of Wands. Okay, so we see a lot of fire. Leo could come through on their side as well, but any other fire frequencies coming from them. Nine of Wands is someone who's exhausted, someone trying to, I don't know, you could have been dealing with someone that was very, career and finances were very significant, stability. Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity, maybe that they could not offer you. We're not reading reversals here. Maybe there was a process that your person was going through, that because the Ace of Pentacles is, it could be a marriage, it could be a child, it could be property, it could be a home, it could be a marriage, right? So if your person was in another connection, because we've got the Ten of Pentacles here, which again turns into an ace, they felt blocked, they had put up their wall, or they typically possibly hope to be able to give you this, the Ace of Pentacles, or it was like a promise that was something that took forever. You see the roots on the pentacle, something that's long-standing. This is a long-standing relationship. But you know what? Maybe this person asked for patience. Maybe this person needed time. Because the Nine of Wands is, I've been through the ringer, I've been through a lot. Sometimes they would put their wall up, they couldn't give you more, and maybe a little bit of ego coming from possibly both sides. So I do get a little bit of competitive energy as well. Who's going to hold the strength? Who's going to be the strongest? But I don't see it. You've got an Ace of Cups, they've got the Ace of Pentacles on their side, which is like, I'm not going to give up on this. Even though I'm going through a lot, I want this to succeed. I want you to recognize my abilities or my efforts. And your person did not fear to get their hands dirty, metaphorically speaking. And that means offering you this Ace of Pentacles. That's what I generally see here. The moon, oh my goodness, the moon is at the foundation, which can speak to doubt, secrecy, lots of mysterious energies, unknown matters, deep emotions, wounds pertaining to the psyche, the past, possibly. The moon does signify personal life, connection to mother, secrets about my personal life. You see, the woman has gone down to the bottom of the sea. It's like she's drowning in her emotions, or she's needing to emotionally release any fears or doubts or deception. Maybe there has been a little bit of deception. Maybe your person has sort of kept the wall up and not let you fully in. You, on the other hand, were more about, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what makes me happy. And Two of Wands, choices, justice, dilemmas about balance, harmony, or imbalances or injustices. To me, this is like an emotional release. The moon does have to do, it is Cancer, Does have to do with the past, and it's interesting because we've got Mercury retrograding through Cancer most of July, and Jupiter is entering Leo as well. But there will be themes coming up from the past as Mercury is retrograding in Cancer, themes from past situations coming up, people returning from the past. It's got a lot to do with memory. Cancer is the memory. Mercury retrograding. There'll be communications and talks about the past, about past dilemmas, about talk of separation, balance, harmony, fairness. There's the Two of Cups. There was love here. There was love. Two of Cups, Two of Wands, and now the Moon. Now we're coming up to, as I said, a full moon in Capricorn, which is not an easy full moon. Never is. It is ruled by Saturn. So something about stabilizing or maturing. And full moons are about endings, culminations, right? So, dear Leo, because the sun is transiting through Cancer, especially if you're a Leo rising, then Jupiter has been transiting behind you without you having the awareness of what's going on behind the scenes. Jupiter now entering your sign could bring divorce, separation, or even a very significant relationship. Opportunities to stabilize, to go long term with someone. But that involves a transition, a difficult moment. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, it is the heavy burden. But you see, she knows where she's heading. And usually in the 10 of Wands, it does show the house. And we've got the tent here, the house, the relationship, and we see celebration. So it's like an opportunity that opens up for you. But you need to go through to carry that heavy load through to what it is that you desire, and take the opportunities that are handed to you to resurrect your life. Let's take more cards and see what's going on. Let's take past, present, future with the Lenormand for Leo. We'll take another layer of tarot here and take your person's emotions, their psyche, some love messages, the romance angels, the universal love guidance oracle, timing cards, and the twin flame oracle. Let's see what's going on, Leo. What is going on, Leo, for you? Past, present, and future for Leo. The bear, the book, and the ring. Okay. So with the bear is someone that is a leader, someone that holds a position of strength. This is a business owner. This is someone that needs to, if they don't have the courage to speak their truth. I mean, the bear can also be someone that's protecting and providing for others. It could be a father or a mother, right? And the book is about, it's Pisces energy. It's like being in the unknown, in an unknown zone, not knowing. And you've possibly also had cycles with this person, because the ring can speak to cycles, but because this could be a mother figure, and we've got a marriage here, and there's secrets about motherhood, fatherhood, and if you've tried to, if they kept you in the dark, because it seemed quite powerful in the beginning, and then it went in the unknown zone. And we've got the ring, which could speak to returning back to an old situation where something could be much more stable. But these are also secrets about my home, my personal life, my family life could be. But there are also lessons here. The book is closed, so it could speak to an ending to a story here. See, we've got a lot of worry. We've got the Tower, which is limitations, restrictions, possible solitude, someone in another relationship unhappy. And there's the loyalty, which, you know, this is something unchanging. Maybe someone's in, you know, going through tests on who they're going to be loyal to. But there could also be the foundation of friendship between the two of you, which could be something that is a very significant ingredient, let's say, for a relationship. Leo, let's go and let's see the Twin Flame Oracle and what it says. I'm not going to lie. I mean, this is not easy for me, right? 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. There's something to do with heaviness, and it's connected to family or traditions or even finances. Maybe someone working very hard to build a stable financial life for their family, and therefore putting love on the back burner. I mean, Four of Wands is celebration, but it also can speak to someone's home, someone's family, right? Someone that's into building and wanting to leave things behind, building something very significant. And I don't know if this is the relationship or if it's literally someone building their life, stabilizing their life, but it does speak to change, and it's very heavy. For Leo, please, Spirit, what's going on in the Twin Flame area? Hot sex, all about the attraction, might be just physical, and new love affair. So it does point to the intimate side of the relationship. There is a strong attraction. We see a lot of fire on your person's side. Might be just physical, so someone is doubting that there's more than just the physical side. New love affair. I don't know if this was in the past or if this is going to be still a love affair, and it speaks to new. So I want to take one more card. I think I need a little bit more clarity here. And jealousy, not being respectful, unfair accusations, and wandering eyes. So there is jealousy here. With the jealousy card, I do get Scorpio. That's the shadow side to Scorpio, and sex is also on the card. Sex is Scorpio. So unfair accusations. Obviously there are woundings relative to the psyche here. Someone not trusting. There's distrust here. And it's got to do with the intimate side, with sex. Well, not easy, Leo. But let's get more answers for you. Let's see what the romance angels advises. Even with the moon at the foundation, it does speak to distrust, not knowing, being in the dark. Pay attention to your dreams. They could be prophetic. What's going on in love? Whenever you get to view this, or in the month of July. Leo, what's going on in their love life, dear Spirit? Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Forgiving and learning, but there's also release here. So I don't know if this is a release of this, the hurt, the blame, the jealousy, whatever this is, unless this is releasing, forgiving and releasing a past connection, because that could be what's going on here. This is like new, and building a new home, a new relationship. What comes after forgiving and learning? For Leo, please, Spirit. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. And what else? And honeymoon, Leo. Oh my God, Leo. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Where are you going? Are you going to Venice? You're going somewhere by the water. Look at all the water here. Are you going on a getaway? It doesn't have to be a honeymoon, but this is like what's promised, right? And the ring. There could be a return where there's something much more stable coming through now. Wow. Let's take, I want to take your person's psyche and their emotions, but then we'll take another layer of the tarot. Let's look at your person's unconscious. What are they unconscious about? What's deep in their subconscious that comes through, but they don't realize it? Okay, communication, telepathy. Okay. Let's make some space. Let's do it like this. What else? They feel you. When you think of them, they feel you. They receive your messages. Unawakened. I do believe that they're going through an awakening, because they're probably wondering, what is this that I'm feeling? And then big dreams. So they're not quite fully aware. They are dreaming about you, and they're possibly making dreams concerning you, but they're quite unclear themselves. Maybe they're hoping and they're praying for something big with you. And again, we've got the moon, so a lot to do with the unknown, with the psyche, with fears, strong intuition. But they fear what's beneath the water here. So it's their subconscious fears that are sort of blocking them from being more open and truthful with you. Because we see here, this is like they're keeping you sort of in an illusion, not telling you absolutely everything. Guide. Someone's seen that inner light, or they're seeking guidance from an external advisor. The guide, right? This is Virgo. Someone, trying to perfect things, being very much about the details. It's Virgo energy. But nevertheless, there's guidance here. They'll probably see the light. The light will come through. It's, as I said, it's either from an advisor or from their higher self, at the reality of the situation. Let's see. The guide could also be a professional that they're seeing relative to whatever they need to do for the next step. It's like the Hermit, and after that is the Wheel of Fate, which is about fated changes, and we see that here. All right, why do we have the High Priestess, Four of Pentacles, and the Hanging Man? We've got the Hierophant, so there is possibly marriage, or someone's very traditional. This is a spiritual connection. The High Priest is on the High Priestess. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. He came out in the reverse, which says maybe things will get unstuck. So we've got Taurus, Virgo here. Very strong earth and slow moving. But this is all about strategizing and planning for the future, no doubt. And there's the Five of Swords. There's fears of competition, negative thoughts. Someone's trying to find a way to win over a situation. This could be mind games as well. But also someone possibly dealing with harsh words, harsh thoughts, negative thoughts, anything to do with legalities. Remember, the Hanging Man is someone that's closing up a major cycle. Four of Pentacles, someone not letting you fully in, or someone needed time to see things from a different perspective. I'm going to take one more on that Five of Swords. And we've got the World card. So you see it came out in the reverse. Some of you could be physically at a distance or come from different parts of the world, but this is like a big cycle that's coming to an end, a life cycle, surely. Pisces and the World card. Pisces is the 12th house. But maybe someone needs a little bit more time because they're packing their bags and they're moving, right? Moving away from a past relationship. Maybe this relationship for you, if you're at a physical distance, this is a big move. Let's see from the past what was going on there. Okay, we've got Temperance. Temperance, the Two of Wands, and the Death card in the reverse. Scorpio comes through, surely, but someone needed to go through a crisis and release some pain, some wounding, or a third party. Even the fears of being intimate, emotionally and physically. Maybe the physical side was there, but I don't know about the emotional, about really opening up. Someone needed time. We've got Scorpio Temperance here. Scorpio Sag. Let's see on the side of you. How did you feel? What was going on for you here? Four of Wands. Some of you may have been in a marriage yourselves. Maybe you also wanted something long term. We've got the Chariot, which is in the reverse. Some of you may be living far away from your person, and you had a choice, because the Chariot in the reverse goes back to the Lovers. Some of you knew the reality of this connection. You felt as though this was your twin flame, but you were stuck in another connection. You're possibly also very far away, and you could not jump into your car and get to your person. So maybe you were at a larger, vaster physical distance. So you needed to travel, long distance to get to this person. But I do feel at some point you came to a decision. You knew what you wanted. And we've got the Knight of Swords. Some of you wanted a lot of clarity. You wanted to clear things that you were uncertain about. Possibly also thinking of planning for the future to clear the air. Possibly even to sever ties with a past connection, marriage. Or dealing with a marriage partner from the past that was very narcissistic, ego-centered, hard person. Let's look at your person. How did they feel? How did they feel? Who were they in this connection? Two of Pentacles. The Lovers. See, they may have had choices as well, but they, Gemini, maybe they were love struck. Maybe they realized that this was a very significant relationship. If you were in the marriage, then for them it would have been very hard, right? Because if they felt that you were their twin flame, they couldn't do much about it if you were in another connection. And then we've got the Knave of Swords. So they love to communicate with you. This is the Page of Swords. Maybe, Gemini. This is Gemini again. Maybe there was a lot of communication, but more so because your person must hold strong Gemini in their chart. We've got two Gemini cards here, and Gemini is a dualistic sign. So maybe you were a side-on thing for them as well, and maybe they fell for you. Maybe this just started off as, let's chat, let's talk. There's no harm in doing that. And then all of a sudden, they found that this was a very significant relationship, and your person possibly had difficulties, head over heart decisions if they were to go separate and leave a child behind, because, the pages are children. Let's see what the possible outcome holds for Leo. The Wheel of Fate, big fated changes, another 10. We've got Crisis and Judgment. Oh my God, Leo, your reading is, oh my God. Second opportunities, this is fated, this is destined. And here is the King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Here is your offer of love, dear Leo. Now they're serious. King of Cups, surely. They know what they want. Maybe they also were not living their truth, their true life. And so much water, as I said. We've got the honeymoon, we've got engagement, taking your relationship to the next level. We've got the big dreams. Maybe this was also a dream of your person. Maybe you shared This was a shared dream. Sorry, just jotting down the title. Oh my God, Leo, what a reading. Now, this though is difficult. This here is difficult. I get Pluto, I get Saturn. It wasn't easy. Was not easy. So someone spying, obviously, scared to be totally truthful, correct? I'm going to take one last card for Leo. I want one last card because these sort of leave me up in the air. I want a true message for Leo. Truly. Give me more. This could also, if this is not, because the energies can, you know, sort of, the energies of a past connection could also come through. Whoever is unhappy in a relationship, obviously there will be distrust, there will be jealousy, there will be all these things. So I don't know if this has got to do with a person you're hoping to manifest, or someone that someone's, you know, they've turned their back on, whether it's you or whether it's your person. Let's go, Leo. Break up, grieving your loss, feeling lonely, processing heartbreak. Well, that's what Spirit wants to give us, so that's what I've got to tell you. There can be a breakup because of jealousy, because maybe someone's coming through as more sexual. This could be the heaviness here, but things are going to change. See the crisis in the near future. It's not going to happen tomorrow, Leo, and I need to be truthful with you, okay? So there's going to be a moment of crisis and possibly a breakup before the King of Cups comes to their senses. Okay, so let's take some timing cards and we'll take some love messages as well as the advice card. Timing cards for Leo. When will love come through? In April. Possibly next April. In November. And up in the air, the dragonfly. So some sort of an ending and then a metamorphosis. So things could be up in the air as well for some of you. Things not knowing what's really going on. Dragonfly again. There's an ending and a new beginning. I'm going to say all the way up until next April for Leo. Not to say that there won't be things happening now. Let's see what your advice is. Dreams. Wow, okay. And we had the moon so many times. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. They will be significant. And here we go. Waves of healing energy flow through you as you sleep, subconsciously restoring balance and healing unresolved emotional issues. An issue which most probably stems from a past life is now being processed and healed in your dream state. You may not be aware of how this issue has negatively impacted your perspective, energy levels, or decision making. Unseen limitations can manifest through unexplained negative feelings, self-doubt, or irrational fear. You know, Leo, this could also be your person, because they had the big dreams here and the unawakened. The good news is you are already being aligned with positivity. There is nothing you need to do. Be patient and allow the process to unfold without trying to make sense of it. Trust in and embrace the possibility of happiness, meaning, and fulfillment. You will soon be free of the negativity that has too often sabotaged your progress. A brighter, more confident you is surfacing from your dreams and stepping into reality. Lovely message. Lovely. Gives us a lot of hope. I'm saying gives us because I've got a Leo moon. So do check your other placements as well, Leo. Let's take the thoughts from your person. What are they thinking when they remember you, when they think of you? One day we may meet again somewhere in time. Maybe this has already happened. This is my twin flame connection. But it also speaks to someone that needs to know that they're single, that they can pursue this relationship. No one knows me better than you. No more conflicts. I'm now free to pursue you. You better check out the Cancer reading. I will ruin your life. I'm no good for you. I got carried away. I didn't want to hurt you. It didn't mean anything. Oh my God, we've got the Thief here. And I'm coming to meet you. I want to be with you. What's at the bottom? I needed more in my life. We did try, but we just couldn't find happiness. I am sorry. I'm wondering who that message is towards. It's the Eight of Cups. So anyway, Leo, remember it's a general reading, so will not resonate for everyone. Take the messages with a grain of salt and see if anything resonates. Take what does and leave the rest for others. Love and light, thank you so much, and I'm wishing you well. Remember, things can take time. Just because Jupiter enters your sign in July doesn't mean all the blessings will come in July. We've got until next July of 2027. Love and light, Leo.